Okay, we got this thing flipped over and started to gut it. Uh, we've got the oscillator coil out of it. We got the band switch assembly out of it. We got the push button assembly out of it. Stripped off the dial plate. We're going to flip it over and take off the tuner, and then we're going to jump in and start hacking away on all these craps, and getting it prepped in for some E-caps. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna start sanding on the cabinet. So stand by. Okay, here is that 532 cabinet. We did a preliminary sanding on it. The top, we stripped it down real good. Took all the color out of it. The face and the sides, we took down a little bit with some 320 grit, and in some areas 220 grit. We're going to go over it with some 400 and get it more schmoozed out. We didn't do anything but a 400 on the faux finishes to get them down. I'm going to experiment with this a little bit and see whether or not I can salvage those and blend the color back into it with some staining. The top is going to be a full stain. I'm leaving some of the color in on the original stain on the veneer on the front and sides, and see what we come up with. We got some rubbing here and some rubbing there and some other rubbings here and there. I got most of this stuff out. I could get it all out, but I'll have to go deeper. But the knob is going to cover a lot of that off. We got the dust bunnies out and everything chased out of the insides. We're going to go ahead and shoot some midnight blue in there to get it back to original color, and then we'll see what can be done with this, if anything. If not, we'll just strip it down except for the faux finish and take the rest of the color out of the original staining, and just do a complete restain. So stay tuned, there'll be more. Okay, boy, we got a warm one today. That sunlight is just piercing. It'll burn your skin in minutes if you're out exposed in it. I don't know, it's pushing 100 degrees probably, upper 90s. With the light from the sun, it's probably 200 degrees. I mean, if you're out in the sun, you're burning. We've got the chassis all stripped down except for the power transformer. Decided to go ahead and remove the IF cans. They're back there. I've still yet to get those rewired. That's next on my list. It's a little too hot right now. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Got the speedometer dial cleaned. The drum for the tuner all cleaned up. The push button assembly, got it taken apart and done up with my little washer setup that I did on some of my other Zenith push button radios. Got the oscillator coil cleaned up, ready to go back in. The tuner is ready to go back on whenever I get there. This here was sat in the dip overnight and is nice and fresh and clean, ready to go back. The switch we got taken apart and cleaned up, and it's free operation, operable. It's better than it was, let's put it that way. And decided to pull this off so that I could go ahead and do what I need to do with the chassis. Um, what I'm going to do now is mask off the chassis so I can get this uh, finished, and then we're going to cap that and get this finished. In the meantime, we're going to do the IF cans, and then we're gonna take and flip it over and do all the caps in there and get them done. Now we have most of the room where we can get in here, and some elbow room, and do what we need to do. I've just about, well, with the exception of this colored cloth covered wire, all the rest of this is going to get replaced because it's just too crusty the clown. So hang on for that. We've got the cabinet interior done with the midnight blue. We're gonna do some fine sanding on the exterior and get it prepped and ready for pre-stain. So stand by, we're gonna have some more coming. Okay, here's that cabinet. It's kind of still in a rough state on the outside. I got to do a little bit more dressing to it to get it lightened up. It's too dark. This here is coming along just fine. Whenever I hit it with that pre-stain, it's going to want to darken up, turn red, more red. The top even more so. The top, I used a belt sander on it to kind of strip it down because it had that bad rubbed area where the finish came off of it and looked atrocious. The ends, they still need some work. So we'll get that done. Here is the inside. It is all done, the back side, the bottom side. So it is all raring to go whenever I get raring to start. So hang on, and we're going to have more coming your way soon.